Hey there, YouTube. I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Right now, while I'm thinking about it, and I don't forget, if you have not already liked my Facebook page, also by the name Raw Tropical Living on Facebook, obviously, please go over there and give that a like so you can follow it. I think I showed you my tacos last week, but I put all my fixings, the loose recipes that I do, over in one place. So I dropped that recipe for some of the things this morning. And I'm still working on that. I'm doing a breath video for Facebook later this week, so come check that out. But today, anyway, we're going to talk about why you need a raw vegan reset or cleanse. And, let me mention this, and I probably should mention this every single video. It kind of sums up my philosophy on things. When you're watching any of my videos, whatever subject I'm talking about, I'm not that type of guy that says, I'm the authority, this is the end all be all, I know this is right. I always recommend you watch and read different opinions, different ways of doing it. Watch everything. Watch a wide variety. I'm not even talking about just other vegans. If you're dabbling or if you're like searching right now, watch the keto channels, watch the carnivore channels, watch everything, and make the decisions for yourself. That's the best way to be about anything in life, is not to take other people's opinions, not to try to, see follow where the most people are following, but you do you. So why do you need a raw vegan reset or cleanse? I was thinking this morning, like my way, I would make a good Buddhist, because Buddhism is a lot of times been called the middle path. And the reason it's called the middle path is because it avoids extremes. It avoided the extremes of different religions in that part of the world during the time. And it just had kind of more of a middle path. It just seems like it makes a lot more sense. And that's kind of the approach that I take to, things related to food, related to my health. I understand why so many people like the things like the raw vegan resets and the raw vegan cleanses. A lot of that has to do with commercialism, and a lot of it has to do with like when you really take more of a niched down approach, like that's your one thing, like you do juice cleanses, or you do this one thing, or you have one very, very narrow little focus. That plays very well on social media and stuff like that, but I've never really done it to be 100% SEO friendly, so I just kind of, like I say, do me and you figure it out. And also another reason why I say I'm kind of the Buddhist of this thing is I'm not in other words, I realize a lot of times it might sound like I can even contradict myself, because I always kind of try to downplay the need for these resets and these cleanses. But I'm not going to lie to you that probably 3 or 4 times a year, I will do what I like to call a little cleanup, or right around this time, a little spring cleaning, which is a little bit different, but I use certain aspects of it. So once again, who am I to say? Like for the last week or so, I've been getting really good watermelon, and I have been going really heavy on eating watermelon and watermelon juice. So much so that a lot of days, I remember a couple of days last week when I got the first one, I'd have, just cruise, drink a gallon of watermelon juice or eat a ton of watermelon in the morning, and then kind of go light for the rest of the day, or just have a big salad to follow that up, or a big green smoothie. So I kind of mix it in between. I am kind of sort of doing sort of a spring cleanse, if you will, but I'm taking in plenty of calories, so I'm not getting undernourished for that time. So like a lot of the things I'll say from this point on are just repetition of things I've said before. And we don't have to get down to the philosophy of it. I know a lot of people out there, even though that's not really my thing or something I talk about, believe in a food vacation when they first come to this lifestyle. And I'm not opposed. I'm not anti that or whatever. Do it. Do it if you want to do it. Do it if you feel like you need to do it. Do it if psychologically that's what you think you need to do. But you need to really kind of be aware and pay attention and ask yourself why, when you've done your supposed food vacation. Some people will do a juice feast or fast for 40 days, but it just doesn't seem to set them on the right path. Now, I'm not saying you couldn't do that and still get on the right path, but it just, it's just so much deprivation to the body. And okay, like I say, even though, let's say you're somebody out there that believes highly in doing that to kick off your raw vegan diet or whole food, plant-based, whatever, do it. Okay, well, but at some point, and you're probably people that have watched me a lot will get annoyed at me saying this over and over. At some point, you have to learn how to eat. You have to learn the nutrition that you need to feed your body, because we see this type of thing over and over and over. I mean, I've got Facebook friends, not people that I know really well, and just different people that I'm aware of, have been connected to, or that I've followed for a number of years, and they're always doing cleanses. They're always doing resets, another reset, another cleanse. Hey, who wants to join me for a such and such in the month of May? Another reset, another cleanse. And my question gets when it just gets to be over and over and over and over. Because when it gets to be over and over and over and over, I'm just looking at that person like, are you going to ever learn to eat? Are you going to ever take the lesson from all these fast and cleanses you need to do, and figure out that you have to at some point feed your body the nutrition it needs to just make this thing something you just do every day. I don't think about at this point anymore. I don't think about it. I just kind of know the things I need to get in during the day. I know about how many, I talk about I know how many calories I need, but I don't really 100% know the calories. I just have kind of come to associate volume with calories, and I just kind of know I eat every day. I get a good variety of food. I never deprive myself. I eat till I'm full. I eat massive amounts. One of my last, I don't know how it was taken that way. One of my recent what I eat in a day videos, somebody goes, "Oh my God, I couldn't get by on that little food," and I'm like, "Are you out of your mind?" I guess some people don't realize how dense those smoothies are, those green smoothies are that I have. Those green smoothies are, I think as somebody even called it one time, that green drink, that little green drink, probably has 1,000 calories in it. I mean, it is thick. It is full of good stuff. But like I say, I always try to make sure that every day, and I'm not chasing everything every single day. That's why it just goes back to eating an adequate amount for your body's size, your activity level, and getting a wide variety of that. So if you're getting a wide variety of and the right amount of food, you're more likely to get that nutrition that you need. And I don't know. I go back and forth sometimes, and I'll contradict myself, and I'll say at one point, you don't need to go chasing the nutrition as far as like, oh my God, I didn't get this today, I didn't get this today, I didn't get this today. But my mind does kind of try to do somewhat of a mental checklist over, say, 3 or 4 days. Okay, am I eating this? Am I eating that? Am I getting like in the omega-6 to omega-3 ratio, how is that? Am I getting iodine in? Am I using things that have iodine? My blackstrap molasses for a little bit of extra calcium and a little bit of iron. I'm just, kind of trying to make sure I'm getting a little bit of this, a little bit of that here and there. But once again, like I say, I'm not opposed, especially since I've been back here in the United States, and I actually experience, although here in the South they're not as big and drastic seasons, we still experience seasons. So, I do feel like a few times a year I just kind of tighten it up a little bit. So I'm not totally opposed to it, but I guess the takeaway from this is just what I want to keep pounding in my messages over and over and over, is just make the best nutritional decisions for yourself, because all the other stuff will fall into place. If you feed yourself the nutrition it needs, the weight will figure itself out, the skin will figure itself out. And yes, there might be certain things when you have skin issues and weight issues that you don't eat as much of in the beginning, but still not really a diet or anything like that. But once again, I want to finish with what I began with. Make up your own mind. Don't be out there arguing with people and having random discussions and arguments with people in comment sections of every single video, TikTok and Instagram you see. You sit down. You consume the information. Consume my information. Consume 5 other raw vegans. Consume, like I say, the keto people, the whole food plant-based people that don't eat raw, the carnivore people even, and you make the decision based on what makes sense to you, because the way I eat just makes sense to me. And you know, I didn't come from a place of doing this my whole life. I've eaten plenty of meat out there. I've probably eaten more ribs than some of these younger people that have years. Like, there's no way you could consume the amount of meat that I've eaten. So I've been there, I've done that, I've done a little bit of everything. So just my 2 cents worth. Y'all have a good day. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you here again at the end of the week. Peace.